Hello and welcome to the shed and the thought for this week. Do you mind if I ask you a rather personal question? What has the last 10 years been like for you? I suppose for all of us, when we look back over, say, the last 10 years, there have been ups and downs, there have been joys, there have been sorrows, easy times, very difficult times, times of loss perhaps. Life is full of contrasts, isn't it? I asked that question because we're in the Psalms now and we've come to Psalm 3. And David is going through a very difficult time. In fact, the last 10 years for David have been very difficult. There's been wars between Israel and the nations around. There's been family rivalries. Children have died. He fell victim to a grievous temptation. There was even rape in the family, arguments. And at the time of writing of Psalm 3, Absalom, his son, has plotted a coup to take over the kingdom. And David is on the run. Well, it's the culmination really of 10 years of heartache for him. And yet when we turn to Psalm 3, we read a verse like this in verse 5. I lie down and sleep. I wake again because the Lord sustains me. So through it all, his testimony is, yes, the last 10 years have been awful. Some of it of my own making. But through it all, I know what it is to go to bed at night and lie down and sleep. Because, and here's the secret, because the Lord sustains me. In this psalm, and we're going to read a few verses now, David prays to the Lord. And that's a great secret, isn't it? Whatever stage we're in life, prayer is a wonderful gift that we have access to the Lord of all things. And let's read a few verses. O Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me? Verse 2. Many are saying of me, God will not deliver him. But you are a shield around me, O Lord. You bestow glory on me and lift up my head. To the Lord I cry aloud, and he answers me from his holy hill. And see, as he prays to the Lord, and as he has fellowship with the Lord during these trials and difficulties, and particularly during this present circumstance, as he meditates upon his position as a child of God, in verse 3, he recalls the blessings. And there's a threefold blessing here in verse 3. Here's the first. You are a shield around me. He's conscious that amidst all the trials and difficulties of life, the shield of God is around him. Right around him. It's not like a little shield that you hold in your hand like this. This is a shield that encompasses him. It's to the left, it's to the right, it's to the front, it's to behind, it's over, it's underneath him. The shield is around me. And he feels, he experiences that. And he knows that in all the difficulties, he is safe. Because God is his shield. And the second blessing is this. You bestow glory on me. He's on the run now. And he's leaving behind Jerusalem. And he's out in the desert. And he is confident of this, that the future is glorious. His trust is in God. Glory awaits him because God has promised to be with him. And the third blessing is this, and you lift up my head. You take me from looking down and being depressed, and you lift my head. And you show me your glory, and you show me who you are. And because I have this fellowship with you, I lay me down in sleep, and I sleep in peace, for you sustain me. Now, it doesn't matter if your name is King David or David King. We can experience these blessings too. Through Christ, we have access into the very presence of God, and we can pray and bring our burdens to him. And the blessings that he will remind us of is that he is with us. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. He assures us that the future is glorious. Yes, today is difficult. Many, many trials have compassed me around, but the future is glorious. You are my glory, and you've put your glory upon me. I'm going to share your glory. And as we dwell on these things, we find that our head is lifted up to that future and to that glory. And we gaze on him, and we are encouraged and blessed. And that's what it means when he says, he sustains me. And the Lord will sustain us too. You know the old saying, 2 men look through iron bars. The one saw mud, the other stars. Oh, let us lift our heads from the mud, and let us lift our eyes to the one who is all glorious, and we will be sustained. He is our shield. He is our glory. He is the lifter of our heads. God bless you, and be blessed. Amen.